everyone, Daisy here with day 10 of the 12 days of spring that I'm doing with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Today is 10 glistening raindrops, and so I am getting started here by pulling in some items that I had picked out for this layout. I did kind of pre-plan this so that it would go a little quicker. I started out with some white cardstock, and then I put on some tissue paper and kind of crinkled it up, and then I'm adding this little embellishment, and this is some tissue paper that I stitched onto some tulle and then kind of made it into a ruffle. And I'm just going to add that on top of this other tissue paper element. I had to go find some liquid glue because my Tombow Mono Multi is empty, so I'm going to end up using, like, it's called Turbo Tacky Glue. And I'm sorry, but it is not turbo at all. It's not my favorite at all. But anyhow, so I'm going to stick this down, and then I'm going to put my ATG gun on top of it to kind of hold it in place because it wants to keep pulling up. So like I said, I did kind of pre-plan this layout, so I'm just kind of pulling in some elements here. I have these two clouds. One of them is cut from tissue paper, and then the other one is a Bella Boulevard cloud. And then I'm trying to figure out which side I want my title on, and I thought I wanted it over on the left side because I was going to do kind of a diagonal, but then I decided, that I wanted it to go across the bottom here. And I'm going to use that raindrop paper that you can see in the background. That's Chamel Little by Little collection, and that counts as one of the raindrops that I'm using. So I think I used this pattern paper in two places, and I just count it as one big raindrop. Just trimming down my photo here, and this is a photo of my daughter Claire shortly after we moved into our new house, and she is going around and watering the plants. And there's a lot of stuff in the background, but I didn't want to cut down the photo anymore because I felt like it would be too small then for the layout, so I just kind of left it at this size, which I think is like a 3x4 probably. I'm going to put a layer of the raindrop paper, and then that dark blue paper there is from, it's from my Secret Not Secret kit. It is Vicky Boutin All the Good Things collection. So I'm going to layer these up together, and I'm really struggling because something is cut crookedly and I couldn't figure out what, and it was driving me crazy until I finally just said, whatever, just let it go. So this layout is pretty simple. There's not a lot of parts to it. I don't embellish it heavily. I had a bunch of ideas on what I wanted to do with it, and they don't really end up happening. It kind of took its own course here. So right now I'm just gutting that raindrop paper, and then I'm going to cut down the white cardstock a ½ inch on each side because I wanted quite a bit of that raindrop paper to show. And then I'm just going to adhere the top layer down to the backing with my ATG gun, and then I'm going to start on getting everything where I want it to be. So if you haven't already, you should head on over and check out Christy's layout. She did a pretty, I guess, emotional layout today, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love what she did with her layout. So you should definitely head on over and check that out. I have her link down below in the description box, so you can just click the link over to her channel. And I'm still working on adhering this down. I'm sorry, I suppose I could have cut out part of this, but I didn't. Didn't realize I spent so much time with this, so. So now I'm just adhering the photo to the background papers, and then I'm going to try out the positioning. I do try 2 different ways, and the original way is the way I end up going with. So I put the photo over here, and she's looking pretty straight onto the camera, so there's no reason that it has to go over here, but for some reason in my head, the she's holding a watering can, and I felt like it was pointing out the layout if I put it on the other side. So I don't know. Just, you know, strange things that your brain thinks while you're creating, right? But I'm going to bring in these little raindrops, and these are from the Creative Embellishments, I believe it is. They have a lot of wood veneer shapes, and they do flare badges and stuff like that, and I absolutely loved these, so I was positive I wanted to use them, and I only used 9 of them because the 10th one is, like I said, the 10th raindrop is the pattern paper that I'm using. I have these silver alpha here. These are from a Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit, and this is, I think, is it Doodlebug? I think. Alpha. And then I have those wood veneer ones, and that is from Freckled Fawn from a long, long time ago. And I'm just going to move everything back over to this side because this is where I really wanted it to be, and so this is where it's going to end up going. And then that's pretty much going to be my layout. So I want to thank you so much for being patient with us and for watching. If you do decide to follow along, there is a hashtag down in the description box that you can use so that we can find your layouts. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.